Crumbling roads and unfunded pensions, two highly contested issues expected to be discussed at tonight's Springfield City Council meeting. ABC News Channel 20's Kimberly Howard is live outside Municipal Center West where that meeting is about to begin. Kimberly, what's on the agenda?
Liz, more talk about crumbling infrastructure. City Council is expected to make a decision on whether to spend $2 million on deteriorating alleys and drains. Meanwhile, one alderman is saying that burden should not fall on taxpayers. And what about those unfunded pensions?
We can't put this burden solely on the back of taxpayers. We got to share it with our employees.
Alderman Joe McMenamin is proposing a pay freeze for city workers, a move he says would save Springfield $2 million over 18 months and then even more money for years after that.
Because what you've done is you've frozen the platform of your labor costs.
The idea is not popular among many city workers who depend on their paychecks to make a living. Union Rep Michael Zahn says it's going to be hard to get the more than 20 unions within Springfield on board.
They have to be negotiated with each individual union, and most contracts are from 3 to 5 years.
That means it could be years before Springfield would even see that $2 million in the bank, but the city needs that money fast for things like crumbling roads and tardy pension payments.
We're putting money into infrastructure, but we're not solving the pension fund liability problem.
City Council is talking about using $2 million from the hotel-motel tax to fix alleys and drains, but Alderman McMenamin says the city should spend half of that and concentrate on paying unfunded pensions. Zahn is speaking out against that idea.
Joe is trying to sweep funds that was passed under ordinances with protections in the road fund.
But McMenamin says he's not proposing the city redirect funds from roads, rather scale that money back and use $1 million from the unappropriated corporate fund to help fix the pension problem. But Zahn says the city should instead be looking to the state. Since there's a lot of state-owned land in Springfield, the state pays no tax on land that Springfield provides police and fire protection to. And turning to the state might be difficult, especially with Illinois having trouble paying its bills. We'll likely see this issue continue to be discussed for at least another year. That's because it could take more than a year for all of the unions in Springfield to make it through another round of contract negotiations. Live in Springfield, Kimberly Howard, ABC News Channel 20.
Thanks, Kimberly. And something to keep in mind, if some of the smaller unions say no to a pay freeze and the two sides can't reach an agreement, the old contract would remain in place. As for the larger unions like police and fire, if no agreement is reached, a decision will be made by a bipartisan third party.